So Kirk Cousins is probably gone from being an Atlanta Falcons player. So as in memoriam, and I guess as the final act of this horrendous NFL season that I experienced, I'm just gonna combine all moments that Kirk Cousins had during these past 2 years as a Falcons player.
Kirk Cousins, you have one more chance with me, man. I swear to God, do not betray my trust like this. When Kirk Cousins played for the Commanders, or formerly known as the Redskins, back in like 20-something, I was his biggest hater. I will be real. I would always say to myself, man, this dude is trash. Like, he's a very good quarterback, but he has those like lapses of just moments where he just seems like the dumbest guy on the field. And I'm a Falcons fan, so when Kirk signed with the Falcons and we gave him a fat ass contract, I was like, I will turn off my hate for him or my disliking for him as a football player and give him an opportunity. I feel like he at least deserves that. And he was proving me wrong. The Falcons were what, 6-3? I think they were like the number 3 seed in the NFC. Ever since then, it has been pure shit. Yeah. Over. This is where my belief and sudden change in Kirk Cousins changed during the Eagles game, because he absolutely dog walked the Eagles defense. He carried the Falcons offense down the field like it was nothing. He carved them up. He might be a fucking hooper. They beat the Bucks, which Kirk Cousins just loves doing. He just loves whooping the fuck out of the Bucks. His stats with the Bucks are just absolutely dumb. He is the embodiment of Bucks man. Give me the Bucks or give me death. He just likes shitting on the Bucks for some reason. We're at the 50-yard line, 41 seconds left, and Kirk decides to fumble the ball, and the ball goes back near the 30-yard line, and that absolutely kills the drive. When I saw that happen, I was like, yeah, we lost. I knew at that point the drive was over. Instead of just bombing it down the field in an attempt, he decided to pass it to Ray McCloud, and Ray McCloud couldn't get out of bounds. I would have rather preferred Kirk just throwing it down to at least, I don't know, the 30-yard line. But Kirk Cousins threw 4 goddamn interceptions, and 2 of those interceptions were probably the worst interceptions I've seen in a while. One of the interceptions, you had, as someone described it, throwing a paper plane. It was the slowest pass you could ever imagine. It's outrageous that a dude getting paid like so much money would throw that pass. He basically floated that bitch. He actually should have had 5 interceptions. There was this one pass to Ray McCloud that should have gotten picked off, and he got so fucking lucky that Ray McCloud bailed him out. It was the tiniest bit away from getting picked off and getting pick sixed again. It was 3rd and goal. Kirk Cousins runs a little bit forward out of the pocket, and you have Bijan. Honestly, just tossed it to Bijan, and Bijan probably would have scored. Honestly, I'll be real. Bijan Robinson probably would have scored the touchdown. But you know what Kirk Cousins decides to do at that very moment, and not just either run his ass, I'm going for it, or pass to Bijan. He says, I'm gonna lob it up. Now, I think I'm gonna edit the screenshot of Kirk being in the motion of throwing the ball. You would assume that on the receiving end of the ball, there is probably somebody wide open, or a very good probability that a Falcons player is gonna catch this touchdown, right? Where does Kirk Cousins throw this ball? He decided to lob it into triple coverage.
Bros, come. Hey, bros.
When the defense of the Falcons actually decides to show up, and the offense, aka Kirk Cousins, who we paid a lot of money for to get us to the playoffs at the very least, decides to just play like an absolute blind man and toss 4 interceptions and basically makes us lose the game. Let's have Kirk finish the season off. They're not gonna bench him because we gave him too much money, and if we bench Kirk Cousins, we're basically admitting that it is a mistake, and the front office are a bunch of morons. So I think the Falcons are stuck with Kirk at quarterback for the time being. Kirk, this is your one chance, buddy. One chance. You are playing against your former team, all right? Your former team, the people who did not want to give you a contract, who did not want you back. I don't know. I'm just saying that because hopefully he thinks the same way. They did you wrong. They made you leave Minnesota. I'm gonna need you to actually show the fuck up and not throw any interceptions. I need you to cook the Vikings. That's all you need. I swear to God, if I watch this game and we got blown out and the offense drops 9 points, I need everybody gone. I literally said last video that I would prefer Michael Penix to have a clean slate and not start during this chaotic season, but I feel like you got to start him at this point. Your quarterback during a 4-game stretch cannot have 0 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and be 0-4 during that time. Any other quarterback does that in any other team is getting benched. Michael Penix, suit the fuck up, buddy. You're playing next week. Man, they try to write us off, but we're right back. Talking about Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons. Basically, I said the Atlanta Falcons have a lot of problems. Kirk is part of the problem, and the pass rush is also a problem. But when the pass rush and the defense do somewhat well in a game, and then the offense just decides to shit themselves, then we might have like a small little problem. I gave Kirk one more chance. He was gonna play against his old team, the Minnesota Vikings. I wanted perfection out of him. No interceptions. I wanted him to beat down the Vikings like they were nothing. What did I get?
What are you doing? What are you doing? No! No! Don't! No! No!
He brought up times where such as Kirk being in college at Michigan and being buried in the death chart and waiting for his chance. And he did that again in Washington when Washington had RG3. The commentator was saying they have no question he can bounce back. And you want to know what happened right after the commentator said all of that?
Question, he bounced back. Blitz picked up by Robinson, so Cousins has time, but he's picked off.
Nearing the end of the second quarter, Kirk Cousins ran the ball. Where the fuck was this during the Chargers game when you floated the ball onto 3 Charger players? I know Kirk Cousins tore his Achilles, so he can't really do all that type of movement and shit like that. But the last thing I expected in this game was to see Kirk Cousins run the ball. So the Vikings score, so it's 28-21. It is time for the offense to respond to that. Instead of that ever happening,
Ray McLeod has had a big day in the return gear in the receiving game.
Ray McLeod fumbles the ball and gives the ball right back to the Vikings. And then the Vikings score 35-21. And Kirk Cousins said after the game, he said, I was encouraged when it was 21-21. Felt good about it. The next time I touched the ball, it was 35-21. Really probably fucking annoying that you think you're about to go on the field, you put on the helmet, next thing you know, the special teams fumbles the ball. I get it. You cannot say this and then throw a fucking stupid interception the next drive.
5. Cousins got rid of it right before he was hit. Byron Murphy with a one-handed pick.
Shouldn't have been picked off, first of all. All he had to do was just throw it more in the middle of the field instead of throwing it out of Kyle Pitts' range for some reason. Second interception ends the game. Your starting quarterback, I don't think it matters how much you are giving that player. If they're playing like absolute ass during a certain like stretch of games, he lost 4 games straight after being 6-3. Kirk Cousins has thrown 0 touchdowns during these 4 games and has thrown 8 interceptions during these 4 games. You kind of have to switch something up. Michael Penix, he has to start next game. He absolutely has to. There's no excuse. I'll put Penix in or put me in or something. I don't know. No more Falcons football. Life is so good. Ever since the Falcons got taken out of playoff contention, it's been great. I don't have to worry about them. They probably would have gotten destroyed in the first round, but it is what it is. Shouts out to the Atlanta Falcons. I'm not drinking this, by the way. The Falcons needed the Bucks to lose against the Saints so that they could make it to the playoffs because they have the head-to-head tiebreaker because of the legendary guy, Bucks man, Kirk Cousins, frying them the 2 times he's played them before getting benched for Michael Penix Jr. Netflix announced that they're gonna have season 2 of a series that they made during the 2022 season that just follows like 3 quarterbacks in the NFL. And during the 2022 season, they were following 3 quarterbacks: Patrick Mahomes, Kirk Cousins, and Marcus Mariota.
Body is down.
Let's not talk about Marcus Mariota. And they recently announced that they're gonna have season 2 that will follow Jared Goff, Joe Burrow, and Kirk Cousins. Look at these names. Who's the person that sticks out the most? Kirk fucking Cousins. Oh my god. What the
Big Kirko wakes up dripping like this.
Also, I just want to throw it out there before the video starts. Now, we lost a 5th round draft pick due to Kirk Cousins saying that he was talking to the Falcons one day before it was actually legally allowed. So yeah, just not even because of like his performances on the field were kind of terrible. He actually made us lose a draft pick too. So this team fucking sucks.
He only played 14 games. He got benched for Michael Penix Jr. because he started playing like absolute dog shit. He threw for 18 touchdowns and 16 interceptions. Most of those interceptions came in during like his last like 4 starts, which includes him throwing 4 interceptions to the Chargers, and one of them was probably one of the worst interceptions I've ever seen in my life. I am so happy my friend did not convince me to go to that game because he is a Chargers fan. If I would have saw that in person, I actually would have stormed the field. Kirk Cousins has come out and talked about what exactly happened, especially about the rapid downfall that happened. Kirk came out and said that he injured his right shoulder and right elbow during the New Orleans Saints game in week 10.
Fumbler recovered the ball.
Jeez, just bull rushes him.
I'm not gonna lie, he actually got fucking slammed.
First time out.
It's like, oh my God, his elbow actually like went inside. That is crazy. The slow-mo is actually insane. I understand why he got fucked up for right after and why the downfall happened, but still, I still have problems. I against the Saints got hit pretty good in my right shoulder and elbow, and from there kind of dealing with that was something I was working through and just never really could get it to where I wanted it. I understand if he was injured, okay? There's a question that now I have. Was he hiding the injury? Are the Falcons just this incompetent? Are they just meant to just fuck with me for the entirety of my life? He was listed on the injury report leading up to week 11 against the Broncos, where, what's his name? Bo Nix fucking looked like Tom Brady. We made him look like the greatest quarterback of all time. He was on the injury report for a right shoulder and right elbow injury. The reporters asked him about it. They're like, oh, hey man, are you like 100% ready to go? You know, like asking a genuine question because this man got a fat ass contract. Kirk Cousins said that he was 100% healthy and that it was a clerical error.
Yeah, I'm good. That was a bit of a clerical error because we had walkthrough. And so when you walk through, they don't really know what you could have done or couldn't have done. If we had had a full speed practice, I would not have been on the report because I would have done everything. So you're 100%. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here with that.
Oh my God, this dude was bullshitting. Kirk was actually faking it till he makes it. He was not getting benched for Michael Penix Jr. He said, fuck that. I am playing through this injury. Oh my God. And there's a part of me that really respects that. It's like that dude's arm, he had to have been like injecting horse tranquilizer on the low. Oh my God. If you look at the stats again, and you look at the passer rating for every game that Kirk Cousins played, you can clearly see where he started playing like actually dog ass. It 100% has to do with the injury. Yes, he might have been dealing with an injury, but he was making some of the dumbest fucking mistakes ever. It's like, look, I'm coming back to the Chargers game because that was so fucking dumb. It just does not like register. I don't care if he was injured. I don't care if his arm was fucked up or whatever. There's no fucking way a person that's been in the league for however years that Kirk has been, what, like 10, 11 years or some shit? He's an old ass veteran in the NFL. There's no fucking way a person that has played that long in the NFL throws that interception against the Chargers into triple coverage when he could have just fucking tossed it to Bijan and Bijan probably would have ran into the end zone. There's also that question of what is happening with Kirk Cousins with the Atlanta Falcons. Is he going to stay with the Atlanta Falcons, or are we just going to keep him as like the most expensive backup quarterback in NFL history? In my opinion, Kirk is probably gone. I mean, everyone was fully backing Kirk Cousins for this season. I mean, the vibes were really great when we were 5-2 or something like that. And then the vibes just fucking collapsed really badly. The only team that makes sense as of right now is the Cleveland Browns. Please, Cleveland.
Cleveland! This is for you!
Take them. Kirk Cousins is an incredible quarterback. The Falcons need to hire me and I will sell Kirk Cousins my goddamn self. Kirk Cousins is an incredible quarterback. But all jokes aside, I feel like that second half of last season is what is really gonna make it hard to actually get rid of him. Because we're heading into this draft with only 5 picks. We could have had 6 picks, but we lost one because, flashback, Kirk Cousins decided to open his mouth and basically say that we started talking to him before it was technically legal. So the NFL crucified us, put us on the cross and took a pick away from us.
The Rockets got your hero right here, you son of a bitch.
We suck. Why am I not doing it normally? It is because Penix is out. Penix is gone. I can't even say that like as jokingly. When I say like, oh yeah, they're gone, they're dead or whatever. Yeah, no, this time he's bro's cooked. You know, I'm really happy I have to watch Kirk Cousins in 2025 again.
Big Kirko wakes up dripping like this.
This is amazing, 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 amazing. I literally said last video, I don't care about that first round pick. Because of Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr., shout out to y'all. I don't give a fuck about that draft pick no more. Well, now I do if the quarterback is dead and I have Kirk Cousins throwing the football. Panthers defense blitzes and tackle Penix, and Penix is on the floor. Penix is out for the season. He tore his fucking ACL. He's out. He's gone. Fuck! I'm not only mad that we lost our starting QB for the rest of the season, I am also mad about the fact that I have to watch Kirk Cousins play football in 2025 again. Kirk Cousins, I'm so happy to have you back. Just please win this game at the very least. Do not let us lose to Bryce Young again. It's 21-19 with Kirk Cousins as the quarterback to finish the rest of the game. They're showing off Kirk's stats, you know, 14th season, 66.9 completion percentage, 43,000 yards, 288 touchdowns thrown, 126 interceptions. interceptions, including those 4 interceptions you threw against the Chargers. All right, Kirk, are you a man or are you a mouse? You have the lead. Can you hold the lead? It didn't do shit, so Bryce Young and the Panthers got the ball right back. Kirk Cousins, what do you have for me? Oh my God. Somebody would have had to institutionalize me if Kirk Cousins would have thrown into 3 people again and thrown an interception. PTSD from the Chargers. Once again, against Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers, it is overtime once again. Falcons did nothing in their drive in overtime apart from getting a flag.
Who turns upfield inside the 15.
Why? Second place. I might have fucked up. By saying that I will be hate watching Bryce Young every single week. Because ever since I said that, we just keep fucking losing in such stupid ways. Are you kidding me? The game's over.
Stop fucking crying, bitch!
Yada, yada, yada. Everyone's celebrating. Oh, Kirk, we got hoed again. Panics injury. Kirk looks like ass still. Showed off Kirk's stats. 8 starts versus the Saints, including the postseason. Every single time Kirk Cousins plays against the Saints, I have to remember that one time he played with the well, they were called the Redskins during the time. I remember that one game. It was like in 2018 or 2017. In like 6 minutes, they blew like a lead. I brought this up in the other prior video. Not script this. Falcons 3rd and 11. Kirk fumbles the ball, but Elijah Wilkinson recovers it. That could not have gone as bad as it could have gone. Don't have any other like ways to explain the stupidity of all this. Look, Kyle Pitts finally caught a ball. That's cool. It doesn't matter because he just cannot catch. He has no hands. Kirko passes to anybody but Kyle Pitts. Kirk was saying something about hopefully Mooney something gets more yards or whatever. Look at him. He's following his word. Good job, Kirko.
Big Kirko.
Falcons being in the red zone. Kirk throws a pass to Sills for his first NFL touchdown, and Kirk is hyped. Kirko, where the chains at?
Dripping like this.
Falcons are at the 40-yard line, and then Kirk Cousins throws to Kyle Pitts, who doesn't catch the ball again, and then the ball goes all the way to the Falcons end zone for a Saints touchdown. What the fuck, Kyle Pitts? Man, they got me feeling sad for Kirk. Look at him. He actually looks so... Kyle Pitts, you did this. And then on 3rd and 5, Kirk Cousins gets jumped. Literally, he gets jumped. He hits the Mario jump and just goes over him and then still gets Kirk down. Even the commentators are laughing their ass off. You got Drew Brees even giggling. I forgot Drew Brees is commenting this game. Even after the field goal is kicked, Kirk is still looking at the tablet like he can't believe he got assaulted like that. Oh, Kirko, what are you doing? Shoulder that bitch. You ain't no hoe.
Big Kirko.
Falcons decide to make the Saints feel less bad, and Kirk Cousins decides to get a grounding call too. So it went from that great kickoff return to going all the way back inside the Falcons 20-yard line. Oh my God, Bijan, run! Oh my God, Kirk is going deep. Kirk, throw that bitch! I haven't seen this since last season. Oh, I'm nutting. Kirko Chains, I would like to formally apologize. That might have been the happiest I've been watching the Falcons all season. Nothing really happens for the entire 4th quarter apart from Kirk trying to get an offside. With the game ending with the Falcons getting an interception to end the game. You can't see my eyes anymore because after seeing that Kirk deep ball, my eyes are all watery, my eyes are all red. It's crazy the effect Kirko Chains
Big Kirko
has on one man.
Kirk Cousins, you have saved my life. That deep ball, the way he threw that ball.
Did you see that? Kirko is yelling at, I'm gonna assume Pitts for fucking up something. I don't know, but I give Pitts some leeway here because he has 2 touchdowns. I got a reputation to handle here. Having Kirko,
Big Kirko.
during this last couple of games of the season, come back to liking Kirk Cousins, unfortunately. And I mean unfortunately because I don't hide my dislike for Kirk Cousins. It's just, we have a complicated history. Nothing is stopping this team. Kirk Cousins, he'll fry the defense. Bijan Robinson, he'll fry the defense. Tyler Algier fries the defense. Mooney, good job, bro. Catch the ball, run to the end zone.
Spins, loses the ball.
They give the ball back to, you know who.
He was called upon. He answered the bell like he always does.
Kirko Legacy Drive. Kirko, are you a man or are you a mouse? Come on, Kirko, you just gotta do it one more time. Just one more time, please. He's a mouse. He's a mouse. He's a mouse. Nah, Kirk Cousins actually dives for the ball and recovers it. Or the refs just give the ball to the Falcons because both teams got the ball. Also, we dive for balls here, unlike a certain quarterback. And then on 2nd and 18, Kirk tries to throw the ball to Mooney and it doesn't really work out. And then a flag comes out. So thankfully, closer to the end zone. You know what I mean? Nope. The flag is, of course, against the Falcons again. Added to the counter, number 19. It not only is it the most flags that a team has gotten in the entire season, it also makes it a 2nd and 28. And then on 4th and 14 with 50 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, ice in the fucking face, mate!
I still don't know how the Bucks actually let this happen. It's not, there's no way that a team lets the Atlanta fucking Falcons do this to them. You let them get out of a 3rd and 28. Kirko taking the team down the fucking field, and you have Mike Evans on the Buccaneers sideline just freaking the fuck out. Kirk Cousins really traumatizes people. And then with 5 seconds left, Kirk finally spikes the ball to send Zane Gonzalez out. Next season analysis. What do I think is gonna happen? Well, I don't think, unfortunately, Middy FC, I do not think we're gonna be able to talk shit next season. I think Kirk is gonna stay, which is very sad. I kind of like Kirk now. As much as Kirk kind of fucked over us last season by hiding an injury or whatever happened, Kirk Cousins really grew on me. I will miss you, Mr. Kirk.